This session presentation is being recorded for assessment purposes for my course with Open Colleges. This recording will be live streamed through Open Colleges online learning platform to the Open Colleges learning management system. These sessions may be used by Open Colleges for compliance purposes or within a course to demonstrate examples of best practices. This video may be available publicly. This applies to the time the video is being streamed. After the recording, the video will be stored securely and will become property of Open Colleges. If you do not wish to be recorded, you'll need to leave the session now. Happy to stay?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, thank you again, Sharon, for coming in. What's going to happen tonight is we're just going to review our candidates for our job position. You can discuss what you think of the applicants, then I'll discuss what I think of the applicants. We can talk through that, see what we think, and then choose a person. So exciting.
Good.
And so to be fair, I'll let you start first with Eden. What do you think of Eden?
Yeah, Eden did very well in her interview. She was certainly very confident.
Yeah.
And
She was.
she hasn't got much experience because she's just new out of school. But certainly is very keen and has done well at school. Apparently works well with others and appears to have good leadership skills. And I think she would be a good choice.
And so what do you think about Eden in terms of our selection criteria? So actually, that's a really good point. I'm just going to read the criteria. So what was required was a high school certificate, or strong experience in industry, strong communication skills.
Yes, she was very good with the communication.
Strong IT skills, strong numerical skills, and then also sound organisation skills. That's what's required. And then obviously preferred, we wanted somebody who wanted to learn and adapt as the career goes, and is interested in furthering study. So that's our qualifications and experience. And so, what do you think about Eden in terms of meeting our selection criteria?
Yeah, she seems to meet that criteria. She does. The only thing is that hasn't got experience.
Okay. And what do you think of Anne Marie?
Anne Marie, well, she obviously wasn't that interested. She has applied for the job, so she's looking for a job. I'm not sure if she'll do really well if she really wants to be here or not. She is Australian though, and she knows the place, and she's experienced. So, we're not going to have to waste too much time showing her what to do. Whereas Eden being fresh out of school, she might still require quite a lot of hours of support getting her into the job. So Anne Marie could be a fair choice. The fact that she's used to our culture, she knows the ethic in an office, in the administration. So she does have excellent communication skills.
She does.
Yeah. So even though she didn't appear very professional at the interview, she could still be a very good worker.
Okay. Well, how about I say what I think of both of them now? Let's start with Eden. I think Eden was, looking down here at my notes of what I've written about her, she come in, she was obviously really enthusiastic and excited to be here, which is great, and that's what we would like. And towards the end of the interview, she even said that she wanted to further her career in accounting, that's our preferred criteria. She didn't have work experience, which is understandable. But she had good education, she had good qualifications, she clearly had the interest, she had good teamwork skills from her grade 12, very professional, she came in dressed well. I think all round Eden did really well in the interview. Now when I compare that to Anne Marie, She came in again. She had she had really good work experience. She had good qualifications and education, but she sat there and she couldn't care less. I don't think she couldn't care less. She looked bored.
That could just be her personality, though. She's obviously not as vivacious as Eden, but sometimes personality doesn't count for everything.
But with that said, is that what we're going to want being in our customer service and just working as part of the team? Do we really want somebody who's going to be not part of that teamwork environment? But anyway,
Eden's not that good in English, though.
Well, she's been raised. She said that the only reason she has two languages was because she was born in New Zealand, but then she came early, so she can speak it fluently, which was, it was evident in her interview that she could clearly communicate to us. But that's kind of beside the point. If we go to the selection criteria, we should be able to base it on that.
Okay.
So, looking at our selection criteria, they both, one has strong experience, one has a high school certificate, so they both qualify for that. Strong communication skills. They both got communication skills. When it says IT skills, looking here at their resumes, yes, they've both got IT skills. When it comes to strong numerical skills, obviously working in the finance team and supporting our specialists, they need this. That's why it's required. Anne-Marie doesn't have the strong numerical skills required, even though she does have the work experience. But Eden, coming straight from year 12, she's got excellent numerical skills. So that's kind of a big drop when it comes to what's required. And they both have the organisation skills required. And so I think I prefer Eden simply because she does meet the required skills. She does have that numerical skills as well as our preferred criteria in that she wants to pursue a career. And when it comes to work experience, I think that she could easily make up because she's so interested, she's enthusiastic. And a few more hours being her first job, it could quite likely be a long time with us. And so I think that could be very rewarding. And what do you think? Which candidate would you prefer?
Well, I'll agree to go with you because Eden could be a good long-term candidate.
I think so.
It's possible then that, I think we should give Anne-Marie a go, but I realise that she might not stay very long. In view of the fact that she did say she was looking for a change in career.
And I know you did allude to her obviously being Australian as opposed to New Zealand, and our company is really well known for our equal employment opportunity and abiding by Australian legislation, so things like the equal employment opportunity as well as the anti-discrimination legislation, such as the Racial Discrimination Act of 1975. And so I think alluding to somebody's nationality isn't reason for fair grounds on making a professional judgment. So I think that would be quite biased to choose Anne-Marie, who's clearly not interested, as opposed to Eden. And I think Eden's great. Based on her own performance and merit, she looks like she has it. I think she'd be a good candidate.
Yeah. Well, I'm only thinking in view of the fact that some people can present really well in interview, but then in practical, once they get the job, then they sort of fizzle out. But she may do very well. I'll agree with you. We'll give Eden a go then.
Yeah, and if you talk it like that, if they come to the interview itself and not express interest, then I think that's going to be even more detrimental as to somebody who shows up more excited, because they might actually be a really potential candidate.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sounds good, and I think that meets the criteria.